Hey, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Zelda Speedruns, where today we have the winners bracket semifinal race of the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Dungeon Door Requirement Tournament, with Sage and Sora duking it out for a spot in the grand finals. Joined on comms today by Dobby and Egg. How are you two doing?
Hello, hello.
Doing great.
It's an exciting match. Excited for this.
Been a wonderful Saturday so far. Great weather.
All right, I will hand it over to the two of you, and we will get this underway.
Perfect. I guess I'll throw a
To answer Dr. Y, so the Dungeon Door Requirement rule set has three main components, you can see. The first is that there are a couple of glitches that are banned outright. These are the most powerful glitches in the game and includes things like bomb hovering, item manipulation, wrong warping. There's a couple others that you can see at the top there. Those are the main three that you will not see anywhere here. Additionally, which are the parts that for the Dungeon Door Requirement, you have to open the boss doors by standing in front of them and pressing A. So as adult, this requires the boss key. As child, you just need to unlock the door with lock. And the long short of that is that there's no boss key skips. The other part for the Dungeon Door Requirement is that you are required to enter dungeons more or less the intended way. So you can't clip into dungeons as well. You need the whatever items to unlock that. Mostly the same as you'd see in something like Standard. And we're off. And I actually am going to remember to mark this match in progress. Yay me. And yes, shadow and water are mainly the reason that we have to have that more or less as intended part. The goal is that you have to unlock the entrance to shadow and then head in while in bounds. So in the case of Shadow Temple, you can use Fire Air Entry, you can use Din's Fire, you can also use QPA as child to light all those torches, and then just walk in. For water, which is the other weird one, you need to use a hook shot or long shot to hit the crystal and unlock the door, and then you have to pass through the gate while in bounds. So this can be Iron Boots, this can be Gold Scale, this can be Ocarina Dive, and can technically also do another trick where you clip out of bounds and land in bounds when you get through the door, but that's incredibly difficult.
Yeah, no one does that one. I don't think. It would be quite odd when the Ocarina Dive is pretty straightforward. We might most likely see early Deku here. They got a bunch of money. Medallion start. Complete garbage from item, maybe? Let's see. Strength.
Strength. I mean, strength isn't bad. It's not good.
Bad. I mean, if they go early adult, I guess that opens up somewhat of DC, but most likely it'd be irrelevant. But we'll see. But yeah, early Deku from both of these players. Makes sense. Of course, light medallion start. So we're guaranteed to get at least something from Deku. Really the only...
Oh, go ahead.
Really the only downside is if there's a Baron hint for Deku somewhere. In which case you could have just QP'd, gone to the basement, and saved 4 minutes. But unlikely that is in the seed.
And yeah, if you're more familiar with standard settings, what we use here is a variable medallion, medallion setup. And so you're required to have one stone in order to access Ganon's castle. That opens up the Rainbow Bridge, and then you need 5 medallions in order to get the light arrows, in order to get Ganon's boss key from the light arrow deck. So that's basically our win condition, is we need 1 stone, 5 medallions, and then the light arrows, bow, and magic to beat Ganon. That's basically our win condition there.
That's a terrible rec spot. Requiem in Cavern. Fun. Not particularly noteworthy, but it depends if they want to go to Spirit, of course. You don't ever want to cross the wasteland, it's so slow. Also, because of our variable medallion, was that a scale? Yeah, scale. Because of variable medallion, Way the Hero tends to be a lot stronger. Because, Way the Hero can't just lead to something that only Like, let's say it can't lead to something that just is required to beat just one dungeon. It has to block somehow 2 dungeons. Now that could be like, oh, you get irons and then Morpha has like mirror shield or something. Of course, but Way the Hero usually is pretty strong, but also this is very glitch heavy, so we can ignore a lot of stuff the game thinks we need, obviously. And yes.
And in particular, that's why for the hit distribution we use, there's only 2 Way of the Hero, because they tend to be really powerful. But to compensate, we have 3 what are called named item hints. These will pop up, I think they're in green for our distribution, and they just tell you that there's some item from a predefined list in this area that we've defined as these. An easy way to think about it is the named item hints is just a guarantee that that area is not foolish. Since those hints don't take into account logic at all, since for us it doesn't truly matter that much. So it is one thing to keep bear in mind for those hints is that usually they'll be pointing to something at least somewhat useful, but not always. It's kind of a gamble when you decide to go for them.
And they can't point to like the same thing. You can't get 2 opportunity hints that both point to like a bow, for example. So like if you get a bow, let's say you had an opportunity hint for Cavern that led to a bow, you can't then have an opportunity hint for Gerudo Valley that also leads to a bow. It has to be something different from the list. That rarely comes up, but also in Way the Hero can't be like, of course, like every seed ZL is logically required pretty much. So ZL cannot be Way the Hero, which I don't know if that's the same for standard or not.
We do specifically in our hint distribution, we forbid Tunics, Gerudo's Ladder, and Zelda's Lullaby from being Way the Hero, because that tells us nothing and is usually useless anyway. Nice use.
Let's see if it's the 5-pack. Hopefully they pause soon. 5-pack or 20-pack? Take your bets. Or 10-pack. I mean, I got 10 packs. The safe bet. That's pretty boring.
Or with randomized music, there's also the possibility
of a hook shot.
Ooh, a hook shot. This is a really good Deku.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting way to do it. I usually just get ISG off the Sculptural, kill both of those. That's a neat way to do it. That's why you should watch other players play the game, unlike me. Gives you good ideas. You just steal other people's strats.
It's called sharing. Sharing.
Yeah, sharing, yes. Oh, early force, let's go. All you need to just give us a bottle, and then your early force is might be likely.
It might be a bit risky for without the bow. As we're mentioning, you are required to get the boss key in order to get to the boss rooms. So for Forest Temple, it is possible for it to be bow locked behind one of I think it's 3 or 4 checks that are 100% bow locked. And if that's the case, you can't do it.
I think it's Ice Switch, Vanilla Boss Key, and the 2 pro chests.
Yeah, so far.
You had to do a stupid hookshot jump to get to Vanilla Bow Chest, but assuming you don't have like hovers and yeah.
Nice clean B1 skips for both of them.
Yep.
They make it look way easy. For some reason, I cannot do that trick. I hate it so much. Them making it look quite easy. One other thing that's probably good to bear in mind, if you are familiar with standard stuff, this uses glitchless logic with the exact same tricks as standard uses. So the logic is exactly the same as what you'd encounter in a standard. They have the ability to skip stuff, but it's by no means is it required in this.
Yeah, which method did Sage use? Sora used the fastest method, the Tsundere Sora method, I think.
I think it was the same one. It was the one where you do like the target the wall, side hop, side roll, and then like hold forward on the specific frame.
Oh yeah, on the second frame of the roll, I think. Yeah, so they both did the fastest method you can do, which is nice. But we got I mean, I doubt either one of them go to west. That'd be fun though. You can west from there and save like some time. Just why not? Westing's fun.
I'm not sure, so maybe someone more familiar with the trackers for Zelda speedruns can know, but it's one that they have built into the the ZSR restreams, which are fantastic. That also gives me a good opportunity to plug the 2 trackers that we have here, Dotso and Huffbuff. Thank you so much for helping out. We always appreciate all the volunteers we get. And Huffbuff, it's first tracking, I think, also. So extra special thanks for joining us for your first tracking.
Oh, it was a Shadow Med from Deku. A pretty good dungeon distribution so far. I mean, I guess the meds are pretty pointless, but this guarantees whatever dungeon they do next is going to give them something. Which will probably be like maybe DC. They could do DC right now pretty easily. Because they have strength, they have shoes. So you would use 2 chews? 3 chews. To clear all of DC, I think. No, 4 chews, because of the upper chest. Which isn't bad. Ooh, Kokiri sword, which is pointless, but not terrible.
That's probably also a good thing to mention popped up. You might have noticed they went straight to Deku. Ooh, nice recovery there from Sora. We don't utilize we don't lock the Deku tree by the Kokiri sword for a couple of reasons. We checked, or Emrax has checked, and we very happily got the info from him, that it doesn't make a huge difference in terms of the item placements, whether it's locked or not. It tends to have good items about the same amount of time. And in DDR, there are ways that you can skip that with, I think, a stick, and that's it. So rather than basically force people to do a stupidly difficult trick right at the start, it was just decided, we'll just leave it open.
Yeah, you can do a West. Are you talking about skipping Mido? Yeah.
Yeah, the Mido skip.
You West, clip out of bounds, then do some stupid swimming. It's annoying. But it's doable. And legal in DDR, technically.
Outside Ganon's castle is Hero's Path. Nice.
Oh, Bottom of the Well was named? Okay.
Yeah, we have a name for Bottom of the Well, and we have a name for Outside Ganon's castle.
Oh.
Which is a nice one. Technically, well, they need Zelda's Lullaby, but once they have Zelda's Lullaby and any kind of explosive, they can actually check that Outside Ganon's castle.
It's most likely going to be something that's logically irrelevant, technically, but it would still be useful to have, of course.
Yeah, Keymaker bringing up the big questions. Which check is the Outside Ganon's castle referring to? There are so many options.
So still no way the hero. Was that Temple of Time? Oh, what temple was that actually? That was just foolish. Forest.
Forest foolish. Oh, Forest Temple foolish. Nice.
Yep.
Or is that Kokiri Forest foolish?
No, it's Forest Temple.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, they have 2 of their Barons already, which is nice. Barons are pretty useful, generally speaking, because they're guaranteed to be like... They're not going to get jebaited by a Baron hint. Well, I guess technically there can be like a chew pack there, I think. Or did we change that? I forget.
There can be a chew pack.
Okay, but, I mean, you're not rarely going to get jebaited by a Baron check. Compared to, like, you could get jebaited by a Way of the Hero or an Opportunity hint. Unlikely. Of course, it could always happen.
It can happen. We do take measures to try and reduce the amount of bait that you get from hints. As we were mentioning, that we don't allow Rudo's Ladder or either of the Tunics or Zelda's Lullaby. But you can still get indirect hints for those items, or you can always get the ever-fun hints pointing you towards Spirit Key logic. Because, Spirit Key logic.
Yeah, Spirit Key logic's stupid. No one likes Spirit, because key logic.
I like the temple design casually. I don't like the logic for it. We're trying to remember that. That's a nope for me, dog.
Blair. Pretty garbage starting song. Well, I guess they have hook shots, so it's not there.
It's a song for a song, so...
I might as well. Well, air can be annoying if you don't have hookshot or hovers, and you're just like, well, not much useful.
Cups, I think a more accurate summary of Spirit Key logic is if you have the hook shot, then you're able to go to the left side, assuming it's not a full moon in Hyrule the night after the eclipse, and also the moon howling, or the wolves howling at the moon, only howl twice. If they do 3 or 4 times, you also are sometimes okay, but never once. It's that simple, guys. Come on.
That's not hard. Just, read that, 50-page document about Spirit Key logic.
I think
Actually,
Dotso has a TLDR which is also probably good to plug. The TLDR in the DDR discussion channel of the OoTR Discord, which we got plugged right there. It's a great place to check out if you do want to learn DDR stuff. And I think the summary is like 200 words.
Nice. Yeah, there's the number of times a long shot gets logically required because the Spirit Key logic is stupid. Opponents? No, sorry, it is. Reverse opponents. Sorry.
So far the songs are kind of eh.
Yeah.
Sorry, if the 2 hints are useful.
It is reverse opponents. That's what it is. That's how my brain processes that song. Yeah, 3 songs looking pretty terrible. But no one went early adult. He hates it. Could have got better songs. You never know. But was there anything back of Lomon? I don't think so, right?
No, it's just a heart piece. It's Neapolitan.
That is a shame. Three songs usually are pretty useless, honestly. Well, honestly, depends. To be fair, the only song you really care too much about is
Hey, Sage, you can't wake him up with an explosive. He sleeps real soundly.
Yeah, I don't know. I might be slightly faster to do that. I don't actually know.
My guess is might have thought it was put it on the wrong button.
Yeah, but even if that is slightly faster, why would you be like, oh, time to waste one of my 10 explosives that I can't recover? I guess you hate Talon that much, why not?
Hey, it's Talon just really needs to wake up. He does have my favorite sound effect in the entire game, though, so, I can't be too mad at Talon. His runaway sound? Yeah! I love it.
Ugh.
So Sora looks like going to Gerudo Valley with nice rupees.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And looks like Sage might be going for the adult play.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Just for you, Key. Yeah!
Buying the shield before, so you save a menu as adult because it will auto-equip. Might as well. No reason not to. Yeah, we're not Shiro, so we buy shields.
Shiro has just heard this and is now coming running with a pitchfork.
I mean, I think she started just buying shields all the time too. Shields are just incredibly useful, especially when you take glitches into consideration. Shields are stupidly broken. Anything in Gerudo Valley? Let's see. Oh, just some money.
Yeah, can't ruin the nice rupee, so can't collect that now.
Thief's Training final chest is garbage. GG prize. Yeah, so they're missing, looks like 30 Song of Time, 1 Opportunity, 1 Baron, both the Way of the Heroes, and 3 Opportunity. Not 3 Opportunity, 3 of the random hints.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Unfortunately, Ganondorf does not drive by on a golf cart. Didn't get invited to Mario Golf, unfortunately. Thank you, Sage, for going slowly through the medallions here for our trackers. Real MVP.
Usually I just look at it as child, is what I do personally. But let's see. I didn't catch any of those. I'm waiting. You can do it. Spirit, Forest. Oh, Forest is vanilla. Shadow. What was the other? Oh, he has it on his tracker. Water, DC, and Jabu are the stones. Water, DC, and Jabu. That's not bad. Imagine they do Cavern for their stone, obviously, unless they get like early rang. I guess. Most likely be what Sage is going to do after doing CAC here, is immediately into DC.
That does mean then DC is almost certainly going to be your stone because it's faster than the other two. And then for the other ones, that does mean we're going to have to find either Mirror Shield or Hammer, guaranteed. So it's one of those two unique items that are going to be necessary at this point.
I guess technically Jabu would be faster, but that requires rain and a bottle.
And getting there is mostly...
Yeah, and bothering with his Zora's area. Pretty classic. Man on the roof into grotto into windmill, etc., etc. Nothing different from standard CAC routing.
Yeah, a lot of times at this point they do have the hook shot, but other than that, they don't have a lot of items that allow them to glitch. Notably, once they find bombs, that's going to be really useful. Bottle is also really nice for...
I actually don't know if Go Mode DC is faster, because at least in here you can just go straight to Barnhead. You don't have to do anything. You just mega flip over and go immediately to the boss.
Both of these guys will know the DC strat, or the chew strat for DC, so they won't have to go all the way up either. So it's probably... I guess that for these guys, DC would be faster in Go Mode.
Yeah, I don't know.
It would be close either way.
I guess
but
it depends.
Just getting to Jabu would take the extra difference.
Yeah, of course. I mean, they're going to full clear DC, obviously, because there's a bunch of items. But... Prelude. Nifty for going back child to getting back to adult.
It's not the most useful song. It's fine. You take it. You'd much rather have like a better song, but
yeah. That's fine.
Nice
And
song.
we already have 2 strings. Wow, that thing in outside Ganon's castle might actually be logically relevant. Well, 1 strength away for that being in logic.
Well, we also still need Zelda's Lullaby, which
Yeah.
when is that ever the thing that's locking you from the check?
Yeah. We could see Ziel on... No, we can't. Yeah, we could actually. See Ziel on Requiem. Maybe. That would be pretty funny. Ziel could also, I guess, be on Prelude. That'd be pretty lame. Most likely couldn't be on Song of Time. I guess if the boss key was in a very specific spot, you don't technically need... Well, if boss key's like... in like the Rudo area, right? You don't need Ziel to beat water.
I think it's basically required without checks
yeah.
for like all of water. I think.
I think you're thinking of Ironstone. I'm pretty sure there's like 2 checks in water that are in logic without Ziel.
Yeah, it might be like the compass and the app.
Yeah. Because both those you can get to glitchless for. And then I guess also the Gilded Chest you can also get to glitches for. Without Ziel.
Well, assuming the other... well, I don't know though, because you might be able to use a key somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know how small... Like... I don't know how small key logic would work in that situation. Because don't you need like all small keys to be able to access Darkling side?
Yeah, I don't think it would be in logic for Gilded, because you could... you only have access to those 2 deep keys, and then if you use one of those keys to get to Darkling, you can't get to Gilded.
I don't know. That's interesting. It's actually...
I think similarly the reverse, if you then use one of those keys to get to the boss key, you can't then get to Darkling. Oh my god, is that really?
3 straight, yeah.
Wow.
Nice. Well, hey, once you get ZL, there's no way Sage isn't beelining it to Ganon's. Outside Ganon's castle.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
What did I roll? 23 minutes in, strength 3. In logic, too.
I can't wait for the in logic bomb bag to be there. That'd be fun. I'm curious though where the ZL is though, because we're looking at, I guess, Minuet. Oh no, Sora didn't check Sarya's song, did he? Because he just checked Valere and got Serenade. Yeah, ZL and Prelude is possible, especially with Sarya's. With Sarya's in Logic, we do have access to Forest Temple right now, logically.
Yeah, well, because we definitely have got Sarius is 100% in Logic, so yeah, they could access Force Temple.
Yeah, all their songs are in Logic right now. The only other one, I guess, like, I'd be interested to see what's on Minuet. That could be like the saving grace. If it's not there, it's gonna be annoying. It can't be on Burning Cat because Shadow, which is nice, I guess. And then we don't know about Water. Oh, he's doing this method? Nice.
Is he doing hookshot to get to it? Nice.
Yeah.
There we go. That's pretty good, actually.
I don't remember.
There's also a clip you can do there where, like, you jump slash. You set up an angle and you jump slash into it from, like, from the top. You, like, jump down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that too. That hookshot transition's clean.
Yeah. It's definitely, it's better to know the other one, of course, because it's itemless. But that one's, I think, pretty lenient to do that one. The other one's not that bad either. I've never done that strat first. I just learned the jump slash one and never looked back, but I could imagine that could be faster.
Yeah, Sora, on the flip side, just opting to use a chew.
Yeah, I guess that is faster too. So, just a waste of a chew, I guess.
So if Sora's going into DC, it could be a little bit tricky because won't have looks like not opting for it. So if something is good as in here, this will be an advantage for Sage.
King Zora is garbage.
Wow, rude.
Yeah, rude. The man's gonna freeze you for saving him. What a rude dude.
Yeah, Sora doesn't have enough chews to go through DC, so.
Oh yeah.
It won't be going for that.
Need a minimum at least 3 to be able to get to Dongo. I guess if he had Hammer, you could do that. But even in that case, you're leaving the top one, which is not ideal. Well, you could use 3 and just avoid doing the one on the top bridge, so you wouldn't do that check, and that wouldn't be ideal, but you could, of course, do that if you wanted to. But yeah, if they had Hammer, 2 would get you everything. Because you can, like, hammer the plane above the Dongo.
Apparently there's also a setup for that too, because it is a lot more precise than you think it would be for smashing a giant hammer against a vulnerable piece of ground. For some reason, you just got to hit in the right spot.
Yeah, it's a very interesting. Did Sage do a hidden grotto? I don't remember.
I don't think he did. I remember Sage doing that, so.
Let's see if there's anything in here. Yeah, I usually just randomly crouch stab until I get it, but that's like an easy setup.
Yeah, I think it's like you crouch tap the box and then stomp it.
No, you had to smash the hammer to store that as your crouch stab value, then you just crouch stab it and it breaks. I don't know if you can actually get it with just the hammer swing alone.
Let's backflip and swing. That's it.
Crouch stab chest. Okay, yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, we can probably. Since Stompy, so DDR is a glitched rule set between standard and no-round realm work, which bans some of the most powerful glitches in the game while allotting more quality-like stuff. So you check out that link that has the full set there. But yeah, the TLDR is that they're going to need to enter dungeons more or less the intended way, and they're going to need to enter boss rooms by standing in front of the door and pressing it.
So it looks like Sora just safe scummed his choose, and now he's probably going back to just do DC.
That's fair.
I wonder if he'll actually bother getting the strength. I don't think he went into Dompe, but he did see the strength on Anju. So we'll
That's
see.
really fast, so you might as well grab that. Like,
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah, I guess he's not doing it.
Well, either grabbing it later or just saying, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Which,
You
comparing
don't.
to
You
already
don't.
don't.
Yeah. Backflip. So nothing of value in DC so far. You have 2 more checks. Yeah, I mean 2 is useful. It definitely is worth grabbing. He's probably gonna get it because he's doing the generic grotto right now. So I would imagine he's gonna do it. Grab it then. Because I mean 3 is just pretty fast, generally speaking. Also, technically, without hovers, we can't do GTG at the back. I mean, I doubt they'll be really going into GTG this seed, but you never know. So.
And it is true that Sora doesn't have the Strength 3, and so Strength 2, it's still pretty worthwhile if you don't have it.
Yeah, and even getting the Strength 3, if they're going to go outside Ganon's Castle into Ganon's Castle, save a chew, don't have to lift the block, at the very least, maybe. Save a chew doing that, I guess. But you could also just damage clip him, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, he's grabbing it again. He's gonna get his Strength 3 from Dompe.
Oh, well, there you go, more choose.
Only a
the
5
5
pack,
pack.
though. Damn. Hate to see it.
It replaces what you used here, so hey.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. Net positive of 1, right? Better than nothing. Especially because actually, he has Strength 3, so he's definitely going through Guandos. What am I talking about? That's actually illogic. He doesn't even need Strength 3, he's Strength 2 words.
Yeah, you can just lift up the blocks. It's definitely slower than Hammer because there's that like lifting up animation.
Yeah, that's pretty quick nowadays.
It's not too bad. This will also unlock Tien's Castle for Sage. Sage is likely going to be is likely going to wait until finding Zelda's Lullaby, just because then you can just clear out the outside Ganon's Castle, which you know is something decent.
Oh, they have a bottle?
They do.
Okay, so I would imagine Sage is good to go up to GC, do some stuff in there, go Crater, go Lost Woods, beat Forest probably, or at least attempt to. It's the most likely what he's going to do. Check all those songs, as well as beat another dungeon and get another song. Well, potentially, he could get boned by keys, but
yeah, he might opt for the save keys. We'll see. It's especially bad if you're planning on doing the elevator, because if you are screwed because of the key logic, then you have to do all of the pose.
Well, you could just save beforehand and then just save still. Like you save before activating the Poe cutscene, and then just remember where all the small keys are. If you get nothing of value, you just reset your console.
It's still like a 5-minute time loss, though.
Yeah, it is. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely worth the hassle to get, especially if you don't get Minuet. It's such a pain to get back to Forest. And most likely you'll be fine with what they currently have. But you never know. But yeah, that's definitely what he did. He went back to do the Hidden Grotto. Wonder if he just forgot to do it or just wanted to save the choose. And now we're probably going to see Sora do exactly what Sage just did and be disappointed by nothing in DC.
By update DC.
You know. Right now, I think so. Sage has DC over Sora, and Sora has a decent amount of child's checks over Sage. But of course, as we're seeing here, Sora's going to be doing everything Sage is doing, and Sage might not do the things Sora has already done. They're relatively slower checks, but we'll see.
Yeah, so far they're not. There isn't anyone who's clearly ahead from the other. It's nothing major has been gained either way.
Yeah, it's just most likely if Sage opts to just ignore the other two child songs, which he might. It honestly depends. If ZL is on Minuet, I could see him doing that. If not, then probably not. But we'll see. We shall see.
I mean, don't curse at 7. It's, you know, I rolled the seed, and I can't 100% guarantee that doesn't happen, because, I mean, one of my seeds good. This seems plausible.
Yeah, the seed overall hasn't honestly even been that bad. Decent amount of chews early. Hook shot early is always nice. And bottle. Bomb bag's really the big thing.
Sage is actually going for this hint back here, which is interesting with strength.
Yeah, to be fair, they don't have any other way of the hero hints yet, so he could be looking for that. You still have some powerful hints that you most likely want to find. Gonna jump around the boulders and go do maze.
Yeah, it's true. We haven't found any way of the hero yet, which is kind of weird.
Oh, there's only one name missing? I thought there was 2 missing. I must have missed one. 30s. Oh, did they get the last Baron, the last opportunity one? Did I miss that? I only have 2 Baron, Forest and Fallon.
I don't think we can have a way of the hero outside. The hints usually can't point to the same items. And in this case, because there's only one item, I don't think we can have a way of the hero for outside games.
Yeah. And neither our players making the ballsy play of just YOLOing bottom with a well without ZL. They could, and full clear it. It would be very slow, but it is hidden. They could have opted for that. It would be a mistake, but maybe not. It could pay off.
Depends what's in there.
Yeah, it depends what's in there. But it's probably a good, 2 minutes slower to do without ZL. Probably more, honestly.
Oh, that's Dins.
Ooh, Dins. Nifty. Using the chew? Yes, using the chew. Did Sora was here. Did he see that? Or not? I was not paying attention when he was in Crater for a bit. He most likely checked it, I would imagine.
Yeah, likely he was here, he checked it, but I don't know if he would have grabbed it. Because
I think he save scummed all that, so I think he did all of Crater and save scum most of it, I would imagine.
So what you guys just saw there on Sage's side, he just did Mega Flip. It's a trick where you roll into an explosive at a particular frame and then you backflip. And then you get a giant burst of speed backwards that lets you cross gaps. It's useful in a ton of different places in DDR, notably there, as well as it lets you skip the hover boots requirements in Shadow.
Sora being more conservative with his chews than Sage was. He saved before doing anything in DC, and because he got nothing, he's just save scummed all his chews. So he's back up at 9.
Yeah, he's being very choosy.
But who knows? I mean, we haven't found a bomb bag yet, so it could be the correct play. And Sage missing the ladder clip. Not a big deal at all. But he's losing those frames. Ooh, this man not being optimal. You hate to see it. Oh, that was the last 30. 30 is Deku Shield. Oh, garbage.
Yeah, it is an interesting to see which side people do for the choose. I've seen a couple players do left side choose, but for the most part, it's right side.
Yeah, oh no, he blew up.
Nice, he still got it in time.
That's funny. And both of the 30 in Crater. Awesome. Love to see it. Yeah, I personally usually just do check the Gossip Stone in DC, then jump down and open up with choose. Usually is what I do, and then go over and do the rest of it. But of course, that depends on your items as well. Yeah, I don't know. I usually do right side. I think they usually do left side in speedruns because they don't really go much to the right side or do really anything besides like hookshot jump to bomb bag and then go kill the boss. Which usually they just do the hover boot strat, I think. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense, yeah. For some reason, I thought they did left side.
Oh, so it looks like Sage might actually be going to Forest. I better just checking the song. We'll see.
No, he most likely will. Why is he not using the chew there? ESS 1 frame, that was 2. ESS 1 frame, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
What Sage is clearing do with his shoes. Like, is he going to go for grotto here? We'll see. He's not doing any of these grottos.
Yeah. Does he have a fish? Did he get a fish?
He did. He got Carl.
Yeah, so he's definitely doing it for us. It makes sense. Again, you'll most likely be fine with your with the items that they currently have. And again, without Minuet, coming back to Forest is just a pain. It's just so slow.
It wasn't just me. The Lost Woods did look dark to other people too. Okay.
Doing
nice glitchless jump there.
Yep. Glitchless jump is fun there. 40 I knew about. Now don't be like me and miss a jump somewhere while being on top. I've done that before.
There's our way of a hero for Cat.
Not useful.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Is it going to be for the strength? Because that would be really dumb.
Honestly, I'm thinking the logical bomb bag is going to be outside Cannon's castle. Nocturne. Whoa, ZL is in a stupid spot. Fun.
Oh boy.
It's either Requiem, Prelude, or maybe Song of Time. We're still split on whether or not Water could technically be beatable without it. I'm pretty sure it could, but I don't know. Logic's stupid. Oh yeah, you're right. We haven't seen Stars yet. You're right. So Sage opting actually not to do Forest here. I guess to be fair, we do know it's completely barren. So just not take the risk, but...
I'll pop up mentioning, apparently the song in CAC was Prelude, so it's 100% not that. So it could be that strength, it could also be, we haven't seen the 10 or 20 skull rewards. Oh, that is true, it could be the other song. It's possible that it could be the Nocturne song as well, which, don't we know what it is? Song of Time.
Oh, was it just hinted?
Yeah, it was just hinted, so we can't have that either. So yeah, it's 10 or 20, I guess at this point. Or that strength. Redead Grotto we've checked. Adult Archery we haven't. Could be Adult Archery.
I'm actually surprised. I could see a play where Sage went into Forest, saved, and then did these grottos and just saved scummed if it was nothing. But obviously he's not doing... Not checking that stone. Did he check that stone earlier?
I think so. Possibly.
Because again, in DDO without bow, we have bottle, we have hookshot. We can do every check in Forest except for 4, so most likely we would be fine to be able to beat it. But I can see not being all that concerned about it because we know it's foolish. But we also don't have Minuet, so getting back's a pain. And you also have the possibility of Prelude being CL. Albeit Sage doesn't know that because he hasn't even checked Saria's or Apona's. So.
And yeah, as Derby had Strength 3 within 23 minutes. All Sphere 0.
let's hope for a Requiem ZL, and then we know Requiem's in caverns, so they're probably going to be going across the desert.
We also did see on Sage's side, he just did a clip to get into there. There are several different methods you can use to get to the river early. As adult, the most common one is that clip there. As child, you can clip from the other side using a jump slash at a particular time, at a particular angle, to clip into the kind of stone barrier thing. Otherwise, the other most common method you'll see is Navi diving, where you wait for Navi to pop up, and you jump slash on the edge and pull Navi. When you take a step backwards, you'll just be sinking through the water.
So currently we're missing 4 hints, is that correct?
Ooh.
Song of Time, Song of Time, Opportunity, Baron, Way the Hero, or did we just get a new one?
We just got, I think, a sometimes for, unless that's that we already had that for, that Serenade gives Requiem. I think we might have all had that one.
Yeah, we already had that. That was around, Oh, I must be missing the last Baron then.
Ooh, on the right side, on Sora's side, he's doing the glitch we were mentioning earlier. So if you drop and then recatch a fish or a bug on a particular frame, or I think it's actually 2 frames, you're able to regain control during this cutscene. So you'll see very shortly he's going to have control right about now. And then you're able to run down to this elevator before it goes down. And this causes the elevator to be usable for you, like when normally you'd have to defeat all 4 foes. The one downside, though, is that if you have to, if ever you cause the dungeon to be reset, including dying, save and quit, leaving and come back, voiding out of bounds, getting caught by a wall master, using FW, sneezing too hard, like there's a huge list of stuff that will cause it to reset. Basically, if it causes the dungeon to be reloaded, it will undo that elevator.
Yep. Yeah, let's boo Sora for being unoptimal with his elevator, getting there too late, and also not clipping to skip the. Well, he shouldn't clip now, but actually doing the puzzle. Damn. You can clip on the red side pretty easily with a jump slash, and just skip the entire puzzle.
Well, you'll need to get the boss key.
Yeah, you need to get the boss key, but you just wouldn't bother doing this.
He's probably checking this check to see what it is.
Yeah, but in most cases, you would just do 2 pushes, check that, then leave.
Yeah, Sage being real risky with his time of day here. Can he make it before night? No, that's a nope.
Nope.
Yeah, on Sora, and he's going to be going back through Forest. As you mentioned, he can do most of it. There's all 4 checks he can't do. If that has a boss key, he's either going to have to reset and redo it later, or and redo the Poe cutscene skip again, as well as recollect keys, or he's just going to have to bite the bullet and do the pose later. Or just not do the dungeon. It is also a possibility.
Yes. See Dompe here. We didn't see any unloading of the grave.
Oh, there's a bomb bag. Nice.
That's very good. And also stupid at the same time. Fun.
I gave them. That's a Sphere 0 bomb bag, guys. You can't yell at me.
Yeah.
It's Sphere 0.
Yeah. Okay. And I guess we're seeing probably Skulltula grabbing and most likely bottom of the well here. I would imagine is what he's doing. Maybe not though.
I don't know about bottom of the well. It might depend too on the Navi situation.
True.
Like he could blank A, but he might just opt to come back later with Zelda.
If you do this fast enough, you would still have Navi. Again, it is slower, but it's probably, if done correctly, it's probably only 2 minutes slower. That's also assuming that whatever is hinted in bottom will actually matters. It could just be like a bomb bag that would be irrelevant to Sage.
As I mentioned previously, if you missed it before, the named item hints aren't tied to logic whatsoever. So it can be a logically locked bomb bag, or your second or third one easily. There's no guarantee that it's going to be useful for you at all.
Yeah. Yeah, the big question marks now are pretty much bow, magic, and then we need some way to beat either spirit or fire. And then I guess ZL technically too, but yeah. We'll also see if Force is completable right now, but regardless, we'll still need a bow for Ganon.
Oh boy, lens.
So 4 items from Go Mode, it looks like.
Ooh, Sora's doing the clip there. Nice jump to get to this ledge.
Yep. Glitchless jump, not doing the anti-grav strat. No super swim from Sage. Damn. Oh, we do see a super swim. There we go. Nice. Saving
for
that
a little bit, at least.
Oh.
So how that works, if I remember correctly, you shield damage, and you hold the shield button, you hold up, and then you mash the Z to the targeting. I believe that's how you get that super swim.
Yeah, it's relatively straightforward. It's not that complicated of a glitch besides starting it. Because once you start it, it's just mash, and make sure you're holding forward, and then you can like switch to like up left or up right to move a bit. And I think it's the same. It's recoil speed, so I think it's the same speed as a S, maybe slower. I don't know. Somewhere around there, probably not. I'm probably wrong about that, but it's fast.
Gotta go fast.
That's just fun to do.
We'll see. Nothing major yet. It seems like in Forest Temple. And
yeah, we knew.
Go ahead.
Sorry. We knew Forest was garbage.
So that's true. We did have.
Yeah, we expect nothing here. He's just looking for the boss key. We might see a mega flip here to Greenpo area or Amy.
I don't know if Sora knows that strat. That pops up occasionally in DDR. It's something you can do. A lot of times, if you have hover boots, there are other ways you can get to that area.
Yes. It's generally speaking a good one to know, because even if you can get there without it, it's still faster.
There's that boss
key. With the boss key. Okay, so we're good anyways. It's a good one. It's just a good one to know, because it's just faster than having to bother going through the actual dungeon the normal way. They get that one random chest. You can also do a ledge clip to skip a small key at the end, but that's, well.
This is very nice for Sora, because that means he does not need the bow for here. You can get that without, like, you know, you can get that super early and not have to worry about it. It's fantastic.
Yes.
And it will mean he can clear Forest and get an extra song check, too, because I have Forest Medallion Vanilla. Ooh, nice super slide on Sage's side that we're going to see. Or, I say nice super slide as he failed it.
Yeah, jinxed him.
Come on. Sorry, Sage.
Commentator curse.
Sage
missing his 7-frame window.
Sage, you can do it. There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's similar to how Mega Flip works. Here, you're rolling into an explosion, and you're using the iframes from the roll, and you hold shield, and you get a huge burst of speed that goes backwards. And that's the fastest movement in the game, though it has a disadvantage that you can only go straight backwards. On the other hand, you can also do 2 other techniques. One is ESS, where you just hold slightly out of neutral after a super slide, where it lets you move left and right a bit slower. Or Hess, which is a hyper-extended super slide that's a little trickier than super slide. That you have less frame to do it, but it has the advantage of the speed of a super slide and the maneuverability of an ESS.
Because in ESS you hold ESS position out of a super slide, but it's only slightly faster than back walking, while a Hess is, I think, technically 0.5 units units of speed slower than a super slide, or the same speed. It's pretty relevant. If you watch any speedrun, they Hess everywhere pretty much, because it's the fastest form of general movement over like any decent distance.
On behalf of Act, beauties.
Okay, so it's the same speed in the straight line. Okay. Dotso correcting me. Has to move at a slight angle. I see. And then you can do a Wes and be super cool. But
There you go.
and then
There's
we see
that-
Hess.
Thank you, Sage. Thanks for that demonstration. So here we see the Hess that we were mentioning previously.
Why did he super slide if he's just gonna YOLO? Huh?
I would also like to point out that Hesses are more difficult, yet he got that first try, and 2-bomb super slide took him 3 tries. Nice.
To be fair, that's probably for par, because
Yeah.
people generally practice Hessing more than super slides. Because outside of like certain clips, you're not really going to be super sliding that often.
Very
Usually.
fair.
Usually. But to be fair, it is like an 8. I think a double bomb one's like an 8-frame window, so that's free, right? It's almost half a second to input.
Wait, in OOT, isn't 8 frames? That's like 20 minutes. At least on Entry 4.
That's about, yeah. Game runs at 20 FPS, so. Yep, 8 frames is quite a lot. Did we see what song was there? We should have.
It was Zelda.
Oh, okay, so it was ZL. Okay. So, Sora's definitely probably an advantage now, honestly. With that ZL,
Well,
depending
Sage-
on what's in here.
It depends what's in here, because Sage does still have those bombs over Sora.
That's true, yeah.
So if this is bombs, then Sora is definitely in the lead. Or something very, very good. So we'll see. What is it going to be? Is it going to be useless and fire arrows? Or something
By
actually
magic.
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 Nice. That is
Excellent.
fantastic. Having a named item from Magic is one of the best ones you can get.
Because magic is the dumbest item in the game. Well, bow is the dumbest item in the game, honestly. You need magic. Yeah, you need magic and bow to beat Ganon, but generally speaking, in DDR, they're pretty worthless to us. There's a lot of ways around those requirements. So it's annoying. And they're not really that logically relevant in a lot of cases. Magic's like, oh, you can't get into Shadow, pretty much. And then some dumb stuff in Spirit. Oh, I see why Reverse Storms looked over at Sage. Nice. Oh, dude, he can find all the secrets now. Nice.
All the secrets. It's a secret to everyone.
The Light Trial has a bunch of items, and usually, even though it's like a bunch of really quick items, it's usually a bunch of garbage because it's locked behind 3 strength, but we already have all 3 strength, so...
Yeah, this is logically accessible, which is hilarious.
Yep. And now Sora can...
Yeah, and it is... Candate is correct that it's likely that the other magic is magic lock. Oh, nice, bow. And it's likely that is Wave the Hero Strength.
Yes, most likely. Oh, and fire arrows. Okay, so he can get into Shadow now.
Yeah, the Sage has Din's Fire, so it'll be easier. But yeah, Sora is a fire entry is allowed in this rule set, so technically could go for that, no problem.
So all Sora needs now is a way to beat Fire or Spirit. So Hammer or Mirror Shield is go mode for Sora. Assuming Light Arrows is in a stupid spot, of course.
Yeah. Oh,
And there's Hammer.
oh my god!
So Sora is just go mode now.
Glow mode, at least.
Yeah. I would imagine he's going to beeline those dungeons and go talk to Ganon.
Just wow. Yeah, this is...
Oh,
Okay, no one
that's
can
so
say
stupid.
this seed was garbage, okay? It was something, but it was not garbage. It was interesting.
It was everything locked behind 3 strength. I don't even know how you managed the rule set, honestly. Jeez. I'm surprised Sora's actually doing more of this. But if he doesn't know where that Din's is, and maybe he's not confident in his Fire Arrow entry, I don't know how confident Sora is in that strat. And if he didn't see what Din's was, I could imagine he might not think he's actually go mode, or oh, if you look from the pad, so yeah, I don't know why Sora is really doing much. Oh, he doesn't have bombs. Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, that doesn't really matter technically because he has 7 shoes. So Shadow's fine. Well, I guess Shadow, you're gonna be wasting like 3 chews 3, yeah. 2 mega flips. And then 1 for the cracked wall. That should be correct. Okay.
Yeah, like 2 count is definitely a little bit risky given the mega flips and
Yeah.
shadow.
And then fire, you
Fire.
have...
There's another
there's
bow.
another bow. Okay.
So yeah,
That's a-
so that should the nice thing for Sage is that's likely to point him to go towards Forest, which we know is going to have is basically progression at this point.
Yeah.
And on Sage's side, once he goes there, he has the Din's fire. So once he clears through Light Trial, he will almost definitely be in glow mode because he has bombs as well. So that will do him for the mega flips he needs.
But to be fair with...
Rip egg. There we go. Egg's back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to take a call. What was I saying? I was saying something probably irrelevant. So Sage hasn't done Forest yet. That's kind of huge, especially because he's got to waste a bunch of time backtracking to get there. Because Minuet is obviously somewhere stupid. Oh, he's doing the fun thing. Oh boy.
Navi hasn't popped up yet. There you go. There's Navi.
Yeah.
So you'll see this. This is the most common version you see. This one is actually fairly easy to execute. Because basically you do the jump slash on the edge and then just mash the C up and you're good to go. Also, yes, happy 1 hour, everyone. This is a good time to remind you all that you are watching the semifinals for the first DDR tournament. DDR is a glitched rule set that's between standard and no I am wrong work. It allows a lot of quality life glitches while banning some of the most powerful glitches in the game. We'll also take this opportunity to thank all our volunteers we have here, starting with our trackers. Can I take? There we go. We have Doxo and Huffbuff, who are both helping out on tracking, as well as my co-commentator that we have here. We have Eggmeister, and of course, we have our runners that you should definitely follow. Notably, in terms of they each definitely have at least 1 match each, Sage and Sora. And finally, last but certainly not least, our restreamer, Cubs, Cubs Rule 21. Setting everything up in the background.
Yeah, this could be interesting. Depends how Sora uses his choose in here. I'm assuming he saved maybe before doing anything. We probably won't see the blocks clip. You can do it with choose, of course, but it's pretty unnecessary. I guess you had to use an explosive anyways, and you can maybe save some. We'll see. I don't know if Sora is familiar with that.
We'll definitely have to see. It'll be interesting. Sora is basically praying, I think, for an early BK here.
Most likely, but to be fair, regardless of where it is, he can get it. It's just going to be a shame. And you hate to see that, like. But this room goes poorly. It goes poorly, very. I'm surprised Sora is still getting sculptural tokens, if I'm being honest. But I guess if you want to be
Sage,
safe.
meanwhile, is going to the bottom of the well. We know that he needs to go to his forest temple. Is basically where he needs to be right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did also do the correct way of getting into bottom of the well, which is using a Kuko dive. You can get ISG and then pick up a chicken. And every frame you're considered to be stabbing, and so you very, very quickly piss off the chicken. So the second you put it down, it's going to start the cutscene of it trying to murder your face. And so he did that, and when he dropped the chicken, he backed up into the water. And during the cutscene of the chickens trying to murder your face, you just go straight through the water down to the bottom.
Yep. We know, though, regardless of what's in here, it's probably not going to be relevant to.
I appreciate Sage going for this one because this is how you get to the bomb shoot chest, which he has bombs. So you could just use bombs. Sora also getting lucky in the boss key here.
Did he get the boss key?
We found an early BK, so that's going to save him quite a number of shoes.
Yeah. Oh, he wait, no, does he have tunic? If Sora doesn't have tunic, if Sora doesn't have tunic, oh, he definitely has tunic. He doesn't have a timer. Never mind. It doesn't matter. He's just gonna have a super slow Volgia fight. They both must have a tunic then.
We appreciate the trick, Sage, but you have bombs. You can just use bombs.
Yeah, I don't know why he's doing this, but
This is a really fun clip, though, if you are learning bingo. Are you doing this to get to... Oh, is he doing this not to get to the chew chest, but to get to the dead hand?
Yeah.
You can do active glitch as well to do the same thing, but...
Yeah, but even then it's pretty faster and probably easier to do the vine clip method. To do that instead.
This is cooler, so I'm game.
Yeah, it's the same procedures. It's usually they vine clip from the chew area to get out of bounds there and then jump slash over. Because he doesn't have ZL, so he would either have to do what he just did, or he would have to do active glitch, which that one's faster. Makes sense.
I like this cheery music as you get devoured by whatever the hell this thing is. Whatever this nightmare fuel is. Happy racing music. You know, Sora is facing off against Volvagia. Doesn't have explosives, so can't do the quick kill.
I wonder if there's gonna be a mirror shield in bottom of the well. That'd be funny.
Mirror shields in bottom of the well. That would be some bait.
Yeah, that'd be pretty hilarious, honestly.
I hope there isn't, because then Sage would be very mad at me.
Yeah. Sage is already pretty far behind with how the siege shaking up currently. So unless there's like, I mean, honestly, the only saving grace is bottom of the well plays if like light arrows is here. Pretty much. Because especially with that early boss key, I mean, I would imagine Sora's going straight Shadow after this, and then going to go talk to Ganon to see what light arrows are. I'm assuming Sora is confident in hover bootless Shadow.
Yeah. I would assume so.
Yeah, I would assume so. This lane.
There are the hover boots.
There's the hover boots. Okay, well, that doesn't really save significant enough time to really matter. I mean, I guess it might make Forest a bit faster, but honestly, it probably just mean Forest will clear more just because of the route you'll go, because you can damage boost around. Shadow will be slightly faster. Not that much, honestly.
Yeah, it's funny because, yeah, Cubs is right. It would be a bigger deal for Sora because it would reduce shoe usage. Whereas Sage has the bomb bag, so it doesn't really care about the shoes.
Yep. That's a shame. There could still be like light arrows in here or something. But we'll see. And yeah, he definitely, I'm assuming he did see the Dins as everyone mentioned, and now he's gonna have a free ride over there because, no, he doesn't have hovers, it's the other way around. Oh, I guess he didn't see Dins. I guess he never saw Dins. Nope, he did. He forgot to get it.
You only need 2 chews for Shadow, I think. There's only 2 mega flips you need. There's the one to get to the just past the true spinner, and there's one in the room just before the boss key.
Yeah, but you also have a track.
Then there's explosives you might need for keys with the pots. But yeah, those are the only 2 that we know for sure he's gonna need.
Racing a chew.
Oh my god! And there's a magic here too.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But at the same time,
okay, there's also strength for the pot room. I forgot that those exist.
Yeah, the only required explosive use would be the 2 mega flips, and then
it's probably unfortunate too because Sage is thinking how absolutely amazing this bottom of the well is.
Yeah.
But really, it's all just bait.
Oh yeah, and give room. You're right. If the boss key is in Gibdo room in the secret chest, that could matter as well.
And another bottle too. Wow.
I guess it also assumes that
Why?
Sora knows how to do like a gate clip into the jump to get to the invisible, the Re-Dead room in the back as well, which he probably knows. Yeah, Sage is unless we see like, oh, light arrows on Barnade, where's Rang? It's unlikely Sage is gonna win. And even then, that just comes down to that'd be pretty funny, honestly, if that happens. Unlikely though, of course.
Yeah, we'll see. Sage is definitely behind. There's still obviously a chance for him to catch up.
Yeah.
But at this point he has got a significant advantage, and the longer he spends in bottom of the well, the bigger that advantage is. The bigger that disadvantage is getting.
Yeah, pretty much at this point, the only way Sage is going to win is if Sora messes up, or if Light Arrows is in a stupid spot that just comes down to luck to find it. Because of, like, again, Rang being required or something stupid.
I also realized we didn't explain it the first time. So what Sage is doing at the beginning here is a trick called Blank A. It's exclusive to version 1.0. If you use a Deku Nut as you enter a crawl space, the game gets glitched out and you have a blank A button, and that causes a bunch of wonky physics to occur. I think technically it shrinks the size of the hitbox, but Dotso I'm sure will correct me, as I say that's probably wrong. And it allows you to do a lot of flips you couldn't do previously, as well as squeezing past enemies, like you see this Skulltula here.
Yeah. Yeah, it just gives you...
It also allows you to just go through water, as you saw previously, and we'll see again right now.
Yeah. That's just so it just pretty much gives you the crawl space physics, but or properties, I guess. I'm assuming in the crawl space you can't get hit by enemies, so that's why the Skulltula ignores you, or maybe that's a hitbox thing. I don't know. Oh. Sora just jumped into the abyss.
Nice. Sora is grabbing ISG here in order to do the true spinner. You can also roll away, but ISG is just cooler.
Yeah.
One thing bear in mind is if you are thinking, hey, isn't this hovering? No. Bomb hovering, you have to be using a damage source in order to stick in the air. In this case, it just so happens that the floor falls underneath you. And is that really your fault? It's not your fault. It's just a coincidence that you have to have ISG when the floor fell. Pure coincidence.
As Dotso says, it is technically hovering, but we ban hovering with a damage source, which, of course, there's no damage source there. So while it is hovering, it's not hovering with the damage source, so it's fine. It's incidental hovering, I guess. Yeah. Nice.
Nice unbuffered Chew Mega Flip, too. One thing, if you are looking to learn these tricks, which we, of course, heartily recommend, and if you do want to try them out, you can check out the OoTR Discord, the DDR discussion channel, the DDR S1 discussion channel, or the gameplay tricks section. We'll all have people who are more than happy to help you learn whatever glitches you want to learn. The Mega Flips you see here are very useful, and there are kind of two different ways you can go about it, two different methods. You can use either Chews or Bombs. Bombs have more leeway in terms of the number of frames you have to do the Mega Flip, but Chews have a better visual cue. So if you're on a console that can pause buffer consistently, then Chew Mega Flips might be easier for you. Otherwise, if you bomb Mega Flips have more leeway in terms of how you can do them, so it might be good. Ooh, Sage might be going to Forest.
Yeah, Chews are just bombs that move. I think there's literally just like a bomb tied to it, right? Tied to like the actor or something.
Oh, I thought it was you have more frames for the roll, I think, with a bomb or something like that.
Yeah, for the bomb you do because it's like not moving. For a Chew, there's a 2-frame window to drop. You had to drop and roll on a specific... there's a 2-frame window to drop and roll, and there's a 1-frame window, which is the first shield frame to backflip. And that's for neutral megas, but yeah. Distance mega flips are different. And then he did one off a torch, which I think has different frame windows and is more lenient, if I remember correctly. So. But yeah, bombs have like a much larger window to roll and also backflip, I think. I don't exactly remember. And then you have mega side hops. Never mind, I'm being corrected. They're the same. There you go.
We have a fire alarm going off in our building, so I think we're gonna have to be back later, guys.
Oh.
Hopefully it's nothing. But just in case, I will be back later.
So is it just the window to roll is larger with a bomb, right, Datsa? No? Oh, weird. Could've swore it was. Are they the same?
Don't worry, I'm used to being called an idiot by Dot, so it happens.
No, but like, with a Chew, it's a 2-frame. I guess.
That timing from Sora there. Absolutely yeeted.
So going backwards here to save an explosion, which is nice. I swear the frame window to roll is different. I might be losing my mind. I swear it's more lenient with the bomb.
So I was just about to say to myself, why isn't Sora using hovers?
Doesn't have.
Yeah. Helpful.
But yeah, doing backwards here just saves one explosive, which is nice. Because although we would be fine if we didn't need to use an explosive, oh, interesting. Muscle memory for like the roll and the backflip is the same. Anyways, we could still need explosives for getting light arrows. So.
Yeah, that is a worry still for Sora.
Yes. To be fair, he'd most likely be fine. But this is randomizer.
Dobby roll to see if we can. Let's not take anything for granted.
So, we're not 100% about that one. We'll hopefully see invisible spinner skip. That'd be fun. Maybe see the gate clip over here. Probably not. Assuming he's going. Oh, he's just going straight to the back. Oh, he's resetting. Interesting.
I guess go check the maze at the end for Bosky.
He's probably just going to go through the front, is most likely what he's going to do, I would imagine. If he saves, he might have saved scum with Chew, maybe? I don't know,
if you're trying to save explosives, it would just make sense to take a shot at the maze. Especially since you can set Farah's wind back there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he has forwards wind, doesn't he? No, does he have forwards wind?
Yeah, I thought they both picked up. Okay.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, because if you have forwards wind, definitely just go to the back, set it, and just take the gamble. With forwards wind, of course, you want to make sure you don't have to ride the boat twice because the boat is slow and sucks.
Okay, that's what it was. Sage scummed it the first time. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
that makes more sense here then.
Yeah, so Sora's just gonna go through the front. Hopefully we get to see invisible truth spinner skip. You can just use the like to hookshot clip through the gate. Not have to do the killing of the enemies in that room. And then we might see the gate clip over to the right here. Unlikely because it doesn't really say that much time, but the gate where you like have to get rubies to the right here is like misaligned, so you can just roll through it or just jump slash through it. But it doesn't save that much time, so probably won't be seen. Sora losing some... Yeah.
Perfectly coded video.
Perfectly
right?
coded, yeah. Sora losing some frames by not jump slashing to avoid the ledge grab, and it doesn't avoid because he missed the timing. Probably smarter to do it that way. Nope, we are not seeing that. That's a shame. Seeing the normal way to do it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. The setup for it isn't that bad. And it saves a decent amount of time and is very consistent to do. But
Sora's just covering the
yeah, I find
you're still both hanging out.
that is true. Oh, there's the boss key. It's not really worth it for the menu equip to go over to fire arrows or ice arrows, and then like it adds additional lag, which probably won't matter. Ooh, missed the jump. But you're wasting a menu for it, really, to bother. But yeah, over here, this gate is misaligned slightly, so there's a gap. It's actually, I think it's technically considered glitchless if you just go through it, because you're not really clipping, there's just a gap there that you can just go through. It's pretty precise, but you don't have to bother doing that. Oh, is it a clip? Okay. That's good to know then. So it isn't glitchless. I am surprised that Sora is bothering to do more, because he already has one key. He has the boss key. He could just leave and be fine.
At this point, I think you just check all this. You have boss key, you can scum out. So you might as well just check all these in case lights are here, and then you never have to worry about coming back.
I guess that's fair, especially because he already checked the rest of the front. But it looks like he's going to just do it the normal way.
Oh, because he'd have to use another chew.
That's true.
If you say, yeah, he'd be down to one chew. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a shame. But even then, I mean, I guess you would be at 0, 0 to 1. I guess that's fair. This is just a weird route for Shadow, honestly.
When is Shadow now?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Oh, did Sage do so? Did Sage freak out when he saw the ZL? Oh, trying to figure out where to go. Yeah. So from Sage's perspective, he needs one item because he can't beat Spirit or Fire, and he doesn't really have a hint to go off of now, except for, of course, outside Ganon's castle. He's gonna get the hammer, and then he's probably gonna beeline Fire. Fire and Shadow afterwards. So.
Oh, Sora.
Missing these jumps.
Sora having a rough time.
Oh, both of them picking up the rock. This is unexcusable from Sage. He has a bomb bag. I will not accept this.
You have 3 strengths. It's a time save.
Technically not, because you can pull the bomb early.
But
it saves like a couple
the rando
frames.
seat up, I think it's a time save.
Nah, it's slightly slower, technically. If you pull the bomb extremely early for the damage clip. I mean, it saves like so little time it doesn't matter. But I can still make fun of Sage. He does need 2 more small keys now, but I think he knows where they're at because of his key uses. So I think he knows where 2 other small keys are, but if he doesn't, he needs to find them because he used them obviously to get back here.
Well, at this point, one's got to be in the maze. There was one at he already unlocked the door to the boat, so I don't think I should worry about that. If not, there was a key in this room. So
I thought he safe scummed that one, didn't
there was
he?
a key here on the Gyptos chest, and then the last one has to be in the maze.
Yeah, but ideally you wouldn't want to go through the maze. I'm surprised he didn't just run back from the invisible scythe room. Actually, no, you can't get back. Never mind.
At this point, I think you check the maze because it takes that much more time to get back if lights are there.
Let's look at forest boss key. Yeah, I mean, I guess. It's more likely not to be there, so I guess it honestly depends on whether or not Sora thinks he's ahead or not. Which I probably thinks he's ahead, I would imagine. He hasn't really wasted too much time doing things. Although, to be fair, he hasn't... I guess he didn't get baited by Bum. I don't know. It's hard to gauge what if a player thinks they're ahead or not. If you think you're ahead, you just do the safe play and clear the back. If you think you're behind, of course you don't. Obviously. That's the secret. You always think you're behind. Fair enough.
To say, imagine feeling ahead in a rando race. Are you out of your mind?
Yeah. There's fire arrows. So Sage is gonna get his hammer here. Feel like a dummy for going bottom of the well, and then he's gonna go do what Sora's doing. He's also gonna get the bow back here. He's gonna find that. Which I think is this chest, right? No, it's the middle chest. What's the bow? Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until you done and see the other racer has not done it, you feel last. Fun part is race time actually does not allow ties, since it goes to the millisecond as opposed to just the second the way SRL did.
But what if they finish on the exact same millisecond? Because that would totally happen.
That would be actually
that'd be
somewhat
insane.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Did we ever find the other way, the hero hint?
No.
Nice.
There's the last key. I still think you go ahead and do Floor Master.
Oh yeah, at this point there's no reason not to. If you're coming into the maze, you full clear the maze.
Part of it is, as jetty as this seed has been, you don't want to take the risk that you missed it easily.
Oh yeah. See how Sage does bottom the well, but he'll probably do it more optimally, but to be fair, he also has bomb bag, so he can waste explosives more. There's Rudos, that's fun. We never found Song of Storms, did we?
No.
So Song of Storms locks access to Fountain, which doesn't really matter, but because Song of Storms locks Bottom the Well, which locks Hovers, which logically locks Back of Shadow, of course. Nice cutscene skip. Are we gonna see Bongo Bongo? Oh no, we're not, because he doesn't have bombs. Never mind. No Bongo Bongo quick kill. Well, hello, dog.
This isn't Majora's Mask. We're not looking for toilet paper. Come on.
No one cycle on redid. Classic, safe, mega flip here. He misses it though.
Uh-oh.
This could be problematic. I'm assuming he's got a pause buffer this one.
I really hope he saved before this. Let's just say that.
Oh no.
He did. He did.
Sora plays on VC, right? I would have pause buffered that. Don't take the risk. Well, I guess Sora likes to ride the boat. Also, he doesn't have boss key anymore, does he?
Go fast.
Oh, does he have boss key? I don't even know. Well, he has 2 chews. When did he last save? He has 1 key, 2 chews. I think he doesn't have boss key? I don't actually remember. What's Sage doing?
So we have the DDR player doing the standard strats and the standard player doing the DDR strats. Got it.
Well, it is faster just to use hovers instead of bothering to get ISG. Oh, actually maybe not, because you can probably push it faster. Yeah, who knows. Well, this is interesting.
Okay. There's a good point there from Pete. He only gets 1 shot at each Mega Flip now.
Yep. I don't know, maybe Sora doesn't know how to pause buffer 2 Mega Flips. In which case that makes this a lot more stressful, and it doesn't look like he does. So this might be problematic. To be fair, even if like Sage is gaining a bunch of time right now, obviously, assuming he doesn't mess up in Shadow, but he still has to do 4. So still probably a good like 8 minutes behind, maybe more. Yeah, Fire is fast. I guess that's fair.
Fire
Yeah.
is going to be 2 to 3 minutes. Depending on how he approaches Shadow, it could be close to 10.
He'll probably. I think he usually. Oh no, wait. He has Furores. He's gonna go straight back. That's what he's gonna do. Every time Sage doesn't go straight back and loses to it, he gets mad. So he always goes straight back. Can't blame him. When you have Furores win, you want to be safe about it. But he's probably gonna do these checks and then go on the boat.
All tourney matches are best of 1, not best of 2.
Yes. So this makes sense. You got to do these checks and then go on the boat. Well, it's kind of best of 3, but like so whoever wins this has advantage going into the grand finals. So if, like, for example, if Sora wins this and then Sora wins his next match, he just wins. If the person from loser bracket wins, they reset the bracket and then they have to win twice. It's not really a best of 3 case. It's just like you have to lose twice to be eliminated. The people from the loser bracket already have 1 loss. The person from the winner bracket has none, so they have to lose twice to the same person. Compared to the winner, the loser just has to lose once. If that makes any sense. If the loser wins in the grand finals, then they reset the bracket, and then we have a best of 1 again. So it's fun and exciting. So yeah, Sora's he's probably either looking for bomb bag or hovers at this point.
Or more chews.
Yeah,
Honestly, a wallet would help him right now.
that's true. Go carpet salesman, but that is pretty slow, especially because they don't have Requiem. They do have Serenade though. I doubt any of them are going to get Requiem because they know where it is, and no one wants to go to Cavern for obvious reasons. But this Sora might just luck into finding light arrows too. You don't know. It depends on what he actually does now. Not rushing ice. What are we, sane human beings? Rushing ice can work. Very unlikely.
We play this game, the answer is no.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm back.
If you get early irons, rushing ice can be nicer because you can do reverse. In DDR, you can use the icicle to clip out of bounds and then use irons to open the door and go through Ice Cavern in reverse, which is like a good minute faster. But yeah, you usually don't have irons, and usually there's better options because, unless you get like Rudos and Midos, you know?
Oh, so can you make it feeling me? Sage is back in with a shot at this now?
Yes, so...
What do I miss?
So Sora messed up a lot of Mega Flips. Now he has 2 chews and he can't get the Mega Flips to work. So he's looking for something to be able to finish Shadow. Either more chews, a bomb bag, or hovers is what he's looking for. He only has 2 chews right now, and he was at the final boss room, right before the boss. He messed up a chew Mega Flip twice, ran out of chews, and then had to reset, and he only has 2 chews now. So he has to get both Mega Flips. You can't mess up either one, and I'm assuming he doesn't know how to pause buffer them, so here we are. Sage has not done fire yet, but we know fire's quick. And he's doing back. He doesn't know where boss key is in Shadow.
Oh, and and based on his equipment, looks like he also went to Light Trial, so that's good.
Yes, he did go to Light Trial. I think he bailed immediately after. So Sora's going back to Ganon's castle. Never mind, he changed his mind. He's going child, the bottom of the well? Is that what's gonna happen here?
He's checking Dompe. Setting time of day.
Ooh.
I checked down.
It is a Sphere 0, so...
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, if you're looking for stuff, I can understand. If you're just gonna check randomly starting with Sphere 0 checks.
Oh, perfect. Ruda's Ladder.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's not immediately playing Nocturne, though.
Oh, no, he's doing chest game.
Chess game. Interesting.
That's the only thing I can think of he's setting night for.
Well, I don't think he's done Richard yet, has he? I don't think he did Richard.
Lens is on 10 skulls. But he can just OI to do chest game.
Yeah, he hasn't done Richard. Okay, that makes more sense to lead all this in, because he hasn't done Richard, he can also do chess game, and then he can lead them to Dompe. That makes more sense to route that in.
Yeah, there are a decent number of child checks.
And then after Dompe, he's probably going to go bottom of the well if he got nothing from Dompe. It's probably his mindset right now, I would imagine. And he's... So he's... It's vanilla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not standard. Yeah, vanilla spawns.
He could be...
He's probably doing lots of wood stuff.
This could be a play for 10. Oh, no, target in the woods and 10 skulls.
Yep. This makes more sense.
If you have Nocturne and you just set time of day with Ganon's Castle, I can't not see him doing Dompe here.
Yeah, it makes
He's
sense.
probably routing like Dompe in with a bunch of other pack stuff.
I guess I feel like I would have seen that first before the save quit. I don't know.
Well, he's probably going to lead Dompe into bottom of the well is what he's thinking, in case he gets literally nothing.
It could also be, I don't know if he's thinking, I don't know what his Skulltula account is, but he might get pretty close. And he might be trying for 10 and 20.
Last I saw, he was at 9.
Yeah. So doing that also makes sense, but I mean, he does know bottom of the well is hinted. So obviously that is a location that's probably on his mind. So this makes sense to do this. He also might be doing some Gohan City stuff here.
Yeah, it is fair to be very nervous. This is semifinals against Sage. Both of these players are very, very good. Both in terms of DDR and also as well as standard. Both these, it's probably worth pointing out, both of our people who are in the semifinals are originally standard players and have excelled in DDR. So don't feel like you have to be like this huge glitch master in order to be good at DDR. Logic is very important to be able to keep track of.
To be fair, consistency at things is still very helpful as well. Yeah. So obviously, if Sora was more consistent, he would have probably already been done. This is an interesting way to do Dompe, to do quick, interesting way to do kills. Yeah, usually... No. Yeah, it's faster to do it without ISG, and honestly not that bad. I mean, I think you technically have to get like a frame perfect crouch stab to keep him in stun lock towards the end, but it's not that bad. Because you just drop one bomb and then go in and just crouch stab him a bunch. 2 frames after the first 3? Okay, that's not bad at all. Just had to have a good rhythm.
Sora is now in good shape. He's got the paperweight.
If you really want to practice rhythm, you can do bongo bongo quick kill while Boomerang. Nice. You can
Nice, Brian.
you can do you can keep the default value for crouch stab, which is Kokiri sword, and I think it takes 40 hits to kill bongo, and try to do it in one phase. If you really want to practice it and get that good rhythm going with your crouch stabs. It's a good way to practice. That's how I practice. That makes sense. But of course, with jump slash, I think it's like what, 9, maybe? I don't even know. Not that long. But do be careful, because if you jump down too early, you do soft lock the game. So that's problematic.
So don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. But you can, if you want to be really safe about it, you can just wait at the top and you'll heal bongo get hit, and then you jump down. So, yeah. Yeah, it's, well, isn't it 80 technically? Like, I don't know. Isn't like Kokiri Sword 2 damage or something? I don't even remember. No? Okay, well. Look at me being wrong again. What's new? Hey. I thought there was some like stupid thing where like damage was like like Volvolgia. Like, I don't know. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, and I do think I think you're right that at this point Sage I think is in the lead, because even if Sora gets a bomb back immediately, Shadow is going to be a lot faster than this.
Oh yeah. You had to imagine, literally, it's probably going to be faster for Sage to do Fire Temple than it is to just like ride the boat. Yeah, honestly. So that's obviously not the case, but especially because Sage is going to save a bunch of time because he's going to do quick kill on Volvolgia because he has bomb back.
Also, yes, that clip that you saw there on Sage's side, it's a pretty simple clip that works in a couple of different places. You just get into a corner, do a side hop, do a side roll, then crouch up twice and jump slash, and you'll clip in. It works there. It works to get into Cack Archery. It works in the bottom of Forest Temple, and probably some other places too.
Yeah, it's just faster to do that even when you don't have hammer, and it's pretty straightforward. I think that's been known about since like 2006 or something. But it's just slow and knocking blocks away, and it's relatively straightforward. Especially because usually you do that. At least for me, I usually the first thing I do when I enter fire is these two, and then I go into the boss room.
So Sage is finally playing Nocturne, but it's now day.
Oh, poor Sage! No, Sage, no!
Yeah, he's just straight going
Sora.
down the well.
Sora, no!
Sorry, Sora.
I mean, this will work out in the long run for him because he's gonna get hovers in bottom of the well. I'm imagining that's what he's doing right now.
Yeah,
so he'll get hovers then immediately go Shadow, but he's lost all of his lead pretty much. Sage is just gonna beat fire, and now Sora is hoping for a really crappy light arrow location. But like, unless it's on like Twinrova, I can't imagine if he's
because Sage is out of explosives.
That's a good question. They were in one of the invisible walls, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think
so.
I don't think it was explosive lock.
Say Sora also, we appreciate doing the correct way to enter bottom of the well.
Well, he can't. Oh, I guess he could have done like Nami dive, but he doesn't have Stronger Storms.
We still appreciate it when it happens. Ooh, nice weird shot for Volvagia. So you can do a trick called weird shot. I'm not even going to attempt to explain how that works, other than you roll into an explosive, do some voodoo magic, and end up below the floor. And then you can just sit here and just shoot Volvagia a bunch to get it. Volvagia basically dead. Trigger the fight and then immediately kill.
Isn't it still faster to do the bomb method than that? I don't actually know.
If I remember correctly, choose are faster. I think it's choose, and then it's the like if you get a first try, the weird shot, and then it's bombs. But I think the difference between them is very close. Hey, also confirming what I said. Nice.
Yeah. I'm more of a fan of just learning one thing that's fast and just sticking with it.
I'm more a fan of learning one thing that's fast and then screwing it up repeatedly so much that it loses a bunch of time and then giving up and doing it normally and losing a bunch of time. That's my preferred strategy.
Never play random.
Play random bingo. That's the real strat. Just play random bingo.
Anyways, I'll be right back.
Meanwhile, Sage is going to find out where those light arrows are. At this point, I don't know if there's many places that could be really bad for Sage, other than if it's... Baronade would be fine, because it got Boomerang. The only spot would be, like, a mirror lock spot at this point. So, like, Twin Roba would probably be the worst. Or one of the other, like, mirror locked ones. And Scarecrow and Fire would be annoying, but I don't know if it would be, like, bad. It would just take some time to get to. Well, I mean, Key, we know exactly what's outside Ganon's castle. We got it. Oh, outside Hyrule Castle. I see what you mean. So, Din's. Sora is now on his way back to here. We also saw him, I presume he did a gate clip. That's tricky you can do in DDR. I don't know if it was mentioned earlier, but you can set yourself up with a particular angle and jump slash and flip it to the gate there. And it allows you to do like the back half of Shadow really, really quickly. So we're about to see what's in Validation Chest. If it's light arrows, this would be hilarious, because neither of them... They could have checked this earlier, but neither of them did. We did check Lon Lon Tower, so we know that's a heart piece. Small key, so not light arrows. Sora opting not to go for the quick kill. Done optimally, quick kill is definitely faster, but it doesn't save that much time anyway, so if you can do this well. I appreciate that Sage was going for a setup for Ganondorf, then remembered, oh right. So guys, your final bets in now. Sage hopefully does the Hess up the stairs. Nice. Nicely done. It's another one that... First swag. Welcome back. We're about to find out where light arrows are, so good timing.
Fun and exciting.
And they are... Kakariko Village.
Ooh, are we gonna have Andrew? Cuckos? Cuckos give us light arrows, 20. Or is it gonna be 20?
At 20?
20 or chickens?
Get your bets in now. 50-50. Is it chickens? Is it 20 skulls?
What did Sage doing?
He's doing Ocarina items to cast and use Nocturne.
Oh, interesting. I guess it's probably technically faster.
Playing songs too hard, please nerf.
He didn't do shooting galleries, or did, so we know it's garbage, but I'm assuming he's gonna do that. He has 10 skulls. Has he checked them yet? Okay. So he has checked that. So he's definitely gonna do this and then probably go immediately into chickens, just because it's faster. Assuming what's his total count right now? 10? 14? Okay. You can't really get 6 that quickly. Hey, we get to see a neutral jump / clip. Nice.
Nice.
We're breaking in.
So Segway Speed Racer, the BK condition for Ganon's Castle BK is 5 medallions, and then the bridge condition is 1 stone.
Yeah, Forest is quick, that's so, but we don't have Minuet.
So getting this could be a pain.
Yeah, it will be interesting because I think Sora has more Skulltulas, so it depends where this ends up being.
Yeah, and also Sora's already checked archery, so he's probably going to immediately do chickens, I would imagine, because the only thing he hasn't done in CAC yet is chickens and 20. And Sage is grabbing this Skulltula up here, but I would imagine he's going to do Cuckoos before, but maybe he's going to go and get 5 more and do that.
18.
Oh, no, it's 18,
he only
never
needs
mind.
2 more.
Okay, never mind. He's definitely going to do 20 first. He's probably going to get the Grotto one, and then one in, like, Sora's River, maybe.
Right. Did you grab the trail one?
Well, he's obviously not going that way. It's probably faster. He's probably just going to get the one in the Grotto here, and then just, like, super slide over to River and get one of those if he hasn't already. Or, yeah, maybe Trail, I guess. Yeah, I guess he hasn't gotten that one.
And this is definitely a manageable lead also for Sora, especially if it doesn't end up being 20 skulls and ends up being the chickens, and then Sora goes chickens before skulls. Which, if Sora's at exactly 10, that's definitely what I would do. I would definitely go chickens first.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, he adopts those right trail. I guess it makes sense.
Thankfully, they both also have FW, so they'll be able to place that in Ganon's Castle. Just a little bit quicker.
And then they'll probably go with Shadow to actually use for his wind.
And this is nerve-wracking for us. We obviously know where it is. These two both know that their opponent is highly skilled, and 150s, you're starting to get in the into the normal range where people will be finishing. So they are probably quite nervous at this point.
Yeah, if it is Cuckoos and Sora decides to go Cuckoos, it's probably going to be down to who does Cuckoos faster.
Honestly, and who's got better strats, more clean strats for Ganon and Ganondorf.
Yeah,
it's going to be very, very close. Because Sage is 15 seconds difference, in terms of when they're going to be starting the when they would start Cuckoos.
Yeah.
Yes, Sora, as expected, is going child first, so is going to do chickens. We'll see here. This could very easily make or break. It's chickens.
So Sora is ahead now.
Yeah, Sora is ahead, but they are so close. It is probably within 10 seconds.
That's pretty funny. So now it comes strictly up to execution now.
Yeah, this is absolutely anybody's race. Oh, true. Keymaker is right. Time of day will be a hugely important factor here. So Sage has an advantage there that he has marked down. He's got Sunsong. I don't remember him wearing that. Might have been during a fire alarm. So that will mean Sage basically won't have to worry about time of day, whereas Sora will, and he has nighttime right now.
Sora's grabbing tokens here. It looks like. So this actually means Sage is probably gonna have a significant advantage. Yeah, he's grabbing tokens.
Significant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he has to wait for time of day anyway, but, like, yeah. Sage is also nighttime, but Sage can fix that right here. Are you waiting, Sora? Wait for time of day. No.
Well, Sora has Sunsong, doesn't he?
Sora doesn't have Samsung on the tracker, at least.
I can't see. No, at this point, I would imagine Sage is gonna win. Just he has more knowledge. That 20 is garbage, and Sora is spending a lot of time getting tokens. So unless Sage takes a year to do Cuckoos, which maybe he will, it's most likely going to be a Sage win.
Yeah, though yeah, like, in reality, on Sage's side, didn't actually need to do any Mega Flips. So for, like, because he had the hover boots.
Yeah.
So, like, routing here also played a key to go to that bottom of the well, but logically they don't have access. Yeah. Who cares about logic? It's fine.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, Sora not having Sunsong is... You're probably right, Key. If he had Sunsong, he probably would have just done Cuckoos first, but he didn't. There's no fast way to do it, and there's no cutscene he can abuse to make it day either. Ooh, interesting. Unless we see a death on Ganon here, it's looking like a Sage win.
We'll see. With this many hearts, it's unlikely that we'll have a death, but can still bleed time through a couple fights, and like the longer though that Sora's putting off the chickens, the further ahead that Sage is going to be.
It also doesn't help that Sora is not in an area where time changes, so he's going to have to just wait for time of day.
Yeah.
As well, which is not ideal. Yeah, Sora kind of did 3-song, but then skipped the end, and Sage just did it, but like with adult in the middle. And there's your light arrows.
Anju giving us light arrows as well as a strength upgrade. Thanks, Anju. You're the best.
This was interesting. So yeah, this was really interesting. I think Sora had a better routing, but Sage had more consistent execution overall, and that's really hurt Sora in the end with Shadow. The Sage just did more, but he had pretty consistent execution. Didn't really lose that much time anywhere compared to Sora.
And it's probably also a good time to remind you guys, this is the semifinals, and winners bracket semifinals. So neither of these two is out of the tournament. The winner here is going on to finals, which we'll keep you posted when those are scheduled. There's a couple of matches that need to be done first before those can be decided. And the loser of this goes on to face the winner of the match tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got the rematch of Dotso versus Fanta. And the winner of that will face against the loser of this. And then the winner of that match will go on to finals. So, well, still some exciting matches left to go.
Also, can I mention that Chickens, Dompe, and Darunia all had items of value? So that's fun. Thanks for the seed, Dobby.
I plead the fifth.
Because there was Bo on Darunia, right?
I think in Canada, pleading the fifth means pleading the right to free association or something like that. But you know, it's close enough. It's fine.
Just a bunch of random checks that like rarely are done in a seed, or at least not that often.
Oh yeah, loaded AF light trial too.
God.
And bottle of well.
Yeah, I'm curious where the other 2 bomb bags are. We're probably looking at like a bomb bag in the desert area, because obviously I'm going to touch that. And like a bomb bag. I made both in there. I'm curious where the other bomb bags are.
I'm always jealous every time I see people getting, like, able to get ISG during the Ganondorf fight. Because on N64, this is the slideshow at this point.
Oh yeah, Everdrive.
Drop frames left and right.
Both on bullied. Oh no, that'd be really funny. You have 2 bomb bags on bullied. Oh, that would be great. Yeah, so we see a hammer kill here. Classic. Wonder if we'll get ISG or crouch stab, and I don't know. You can do a very easy kill here, or just get ISG and just run around Ganon with the hammer, and he dies pretty quick. It's technically slower though than crouch stabbing.
But you know, is it cooler though?
Sorry, Sora side. Slope shenanigans. What were you saying?
You can also, if you don't happen to have like hammer or something like that you can use for the power crouch jab, another thing you can do in DDR is you can super slide into the cutscene and then hold R. For some reason, the action of like the sword getting removed from your inventory is directly linked to like the animation of it happening. And if you super slide in the cutscene and hold R, you prevent that animation from taking place, so you keep the sword.
Yep. Oh yeah, both of them were in DMC. We're talking about the 30 hit, obviously. I'm assuming Sora is above 20 now. So Sora never got the 30 hit. Yeah, they were both in DMC, and Sora never did upper DMC stuff. Yeah, I never saw that. Of course, it doesn't matter at this point. Unless Sage dies like 5 times to this fight, safely. Oh no, it's already literally over. I'm stupid. If he fails the cutscene and just doesn't hit a button.
So GG, Sage finishing in first place for the time of 2 hours and 14 minutes. GG. Also, happy 2 hours, everyone. Good time to remind you guys to give a follow to our runners. Sage and Sora, both of them have at least one more match in the tournament, so be sure to check that out. Well, we know Sage has minimum 2 more matches in the tournament, and Sora has minimum 1.
This was a fun seat. To be fair, honestly, the items were not that terribly distributed, in all honesty. Overall.
GG. Welcome, Sage. Welcome, Sora.
Hello.
GG.
Thank you.
GG's.
That was a very insane beginning and last part of the match. I don't know what happened for about 20 minutes of it, but I assume that was also intense.
Dude, my hands are shaking. You don't... My sphincter is clenched.
Yeah, I feel you. I don't know if I've ever thrown a seed as hard as I threw this one.
Well, I think we were clenched about as hard as you guys. You guys were going back to Child, after getting the light arrow hints. Like going to Child, you guys were 10 seconds apart. Wow. It was extremely close there.
I honestly thought I was gonna lose this one when I saw where that bow was in Light Trial.
Oh yeah, stacked Light Trial. Yep. Yeah, Sora went early Ganon's castle. Was ahead for a lot of it. I had some issues in Shadow, which allowed you to catch up.
Yeah, issues is a bit of an understatement.
Yeah.
I don't know how much time I lost there, but oof, that...
It was quite a lot.
Yeah, I was feeling like pretty confident about my mega flips, and then like when I got to the end there and I had 2 bomb chews, the the nerves hit me. I was like, I have 2 chances to hit this. I don't have bombs. I don't have hover boots. I don't have a wallet to buy more bomb shoes. And I just like, I couldn't do it. It didn't work anymore.
Which definitely very fair with the nerves. It's kind of a semifinal match, so it's fair to be nervous there.
You skipped a lot of stuff. That was well done.
Oh, you never ended up finding the bomb bag, by the way. See, we only found one. It was on Dante digging.
Yeah, all the bad checks this seed.
Yeah, heavy bad check had something.
Did you have Sun Song, or did you just wait time of day for chickens?
I had Sun Song.
Okay, it must have been on Saria's then, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay. When I got the hint, I never had Sun Song, so I didn't have a 30 or a 40 hint, and I hadn't turned in 10 skulls yet. So it was like it's either 10, 20, 30, 40, or chickens.
Nice.
And it was the dead of night because of Kiana's castle. So I had to choose between getting skulls and just trying to naturally wait for daytime while collecting skulls and then go do chickens, or sit there and wait for daytime. So I had the hints, so I had 20, and then I had chickens and archery. So I did archery first, and then I had Sun Song, so I did 20 real quick because I had 17 at the time, and it wasn't there. So chickens it was.
Yeah, it was very close. Both the 30 hints were in Crater, by the way, so that was funny. Seeing that.
Yeah, I never went up past the fairy fountain because it I got the I got the hammer, and then I wanted to fire, and I was like, I don't want to go to Shadow with like 4 bomb shoes, no hover boots, no bombs, but I have everything to do it, and it's the last medallion I need, so I felt like I didn't have a choice. So I just didn't do any other checks, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna bank on my ability to do it, and I kind of failed at that. So,
Which is always unfortunate. We hate to see stuff like that, but it's very understandable with all the stress.
Yeah, it happens.
We did. It was very, very close for a long time too. As Sora, you read it in. I think you went to Forest before Bo, and it seemed like Sage was waiting for Bo to go to Forest. And Forest basically opened this whole seat open because it had Zelda's Lullaby.
Yeah, I thought about going in early, but I only thought about it after I got the song and left. And by the time I was thinking about it, I was already almost out, and I don't want to go back, so I just waited. But yeah, given where the boss key was, that was another big mistake. I should have gone in early, but I'm always afraid of the boss key in there being on a bow check, and then it being a huge waste of time to go in there without a bow.
Yeah.
Your options there are bad or bad, because you can either, like Egg was saying, you can save beforehand and then redo the whole thing, or you can just bite the bullet and do the pose, and either way you're losing like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but statistically speaking, most of the time you'll be fine, because there's only 4 checks that are actually bow locked.
Yeah.
So, especially with it being a good medallion, but of course that's in hindsight that it paid off. And also, you did know at the time Forest was barren, so I can see that playing into it. You're not going to get screwed by some random item being in there. But yeah, you didn't have hovers, so sadly, Minuet was garbage. Did we ever figure out where Minuet was? I don't think so, right? So
I have no
getting back
idea.
to Forest is just so slow, and you don't have Minuet, which is a
It
shame.
had to be Nocturne or OOT. I have no idea.
Nocturne was Song of Time.
Or it could be Requiem, because I didn't check that either.
OOT and Requiem were the only checks left. Okay, yeah, one of those. Yeah, so, and then neither one of you guys ever went desert area, so there's probably some bomb bags over there or something.
I was thinking about doing it, because at some point I was convinced that ZL was over there. But I thought better of it and checked the medallion first. I didn't think it was going to be ZL, but I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because at that point it was down to Prelude, Requiem, or still debatable whether or not Water could technically be beatable without ZL, which I think there's a couple of checks in there that could technically be the boss key. So maybe Song of Time, but unlikely, of course. But yeah, terrible ZL placement. And honestly, kind of awkward songs. You guys love seeing Requiem on Cavern? Is that fun? First hint.
Yeah, if ZL had been over there, I was thinking about doing Ice Cavern just to get that out of the way, and then get Requiem, and then fly over to Desert just to get the, because I thought ZL was there, but didn't end up needing to.
Okay, so great job for both of you guys. Are there any final thoughts for the seed?
No, not really. I'm not too upset with myself. I've always known that like nerves are my biggest weakness. So I had fun though. I think it was actually a pretty challenging seed, which I feel like a lot of seeds that I play in DDR don't end up really being that challenging. This was probably, like, from my perspective, one of the hardest DDR seeds I've played, just in terms of resources. So yeah, that's cool.
Appropriate for semifinals then. we wish you both the best of luck then. So Sora facing the winner of the match tomorrow, and then Sage in the finals. Oh, so Sage, did you have any final thoughts as well, or?
No, just that I'm thankful that I got so lucky, I guess, because he skipped so much. It sounds like that I lost a lot of time to him and I won anyway. Sounds like I got lucky.
Yeah, I don't know how much time exactly I lost in Shadow, but it was like probably the most scuffed Shadow Temple possible.
Yeah, at the time you were entering Shadow, Sage didn't have Hammer yet. So, and I think also Sage hadn't beat Forest yet either. So you were 2 dungeons up, I think, when you entered Shadow, if I remember correctly. Or Sage was in the middle of doing Forest.
Yeah, I got all the way to the end. Well, first I did it backwards, and then I didn't get the boss key, so I reset and like redid the whole thing pretty much, skipping the chests that I knew I didn't need. And then I got to the end. I ran out of bomb shoes. I had to reset. I failed. Like, I was so nervous. I failed the mega flip to get back, and eventually I just had to leave. And then I went and found hover boots in bottom of the well, and then I went back.
Yeah, Sage did ZL-less bottom of the well relatively early. To get that hover boots.
Yeah.
We were initially confused there. We're like, why are you using the strat to get to bottom of the well choose? And then because you had explosives, and then we're like, oh, dead hand. That's why.
Yeah, I probably should have just used the chew for that. I thought about it afterward.
Okay,
I don't like doing ZL-less bottom of the well, but at that point it was clear that ZL was somewhere I don't like, so I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, especially with a hinted bottom of the well.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll take this opportunity once again to thank all the volunteers we have here, as well as, I think it's this one. Is it this one? Yeah, for both our runners who are here. Great job to both of you guys. Great gameplay from both of you. We have Sage and Sora. Make sure you give them a follow. They're both not, neither of them are out of the tournament, so we got matches coming up. Be sure to keep an eye on the DDR S1 discussion channel, or announcement channel, sorry, for when those matches are going to be. Also, thanking our 2 trackers who are helping out here, Dotso and Huffpuff. Huffpuff being their first match tracking, so thank you so much for having your initiation being here. Hope you had fun. Thanks so much. We always appreciate the volunteers, as well as, of course, my co-commentator, Egg. And last, but certainly not least, our restreamer, helping in the background, getting everything set up. Hopping in, I think, at the last minute, because I think Shiro was unavailable. So extra special thanks for Cubs. And yeah, if you guys do want to try out the DDR rule set, we do encourage it. You can check out the Discord, the OoTR Discord. You can check out the DDR Async channel for seeds if you want to play those. as well as if you're just want to get into learning some glitches for the game for either joining the DDR races or the casual just for fun. You can check out the DDR discussion channel, the DDR S1 discussion channel, or the gameplay and tricks sections. All have plenty to help you guys out. And yes, thank you all so much for joining us on this Saturday. We also have a match tomorrow for the tournament. That is losers bracket round 4, I think. I forget the exact number.
No, losers semifinal, right?
Yeah, I think if we think about it like that, yes. I forget how Challenge calls it. I think we can use this and you can see the full bracket. Maybe. Hey, it worked. Sweet. So yeah, so you can check out there. But we do have the match tomorrow at noon Eastern Time or 4 p.m. UTC. We'll have that match of Dotso versus Fantatang. The rematch. That will be hugely exciting as well.
The rematch of the century. No holds bargain. Whoever loses is out. Could be a hype match.
Also, if you're looking for more stuff to watch, you can also check out the schedule for the ZSR to find out what other things are going on. In the meantime, obviously this match, the next DDR match will be tomorrow, and there's sure to be lots of other exciting Zelda content that you can check out there.